This guy had a 6 month long IRS audit, and he said it was the worst experience of his life. The dispute was over $95,000, and it was a pretty obvious situation. When it came down to it, the dollar amount, yes, is a lot of money, but he makes really good money. So it wasn't really just a financial issue. It was really the fact that they were just skeptical of him. They treated him like a criminal, he said. And they're just constantly skeptical. They would agree on one thing and then they would jump to another thing and not believe him on that. So, and then they would agree on one thing and they would jump back to the thing they were just talking about and say they didn't agree. So, the emotional burden of this, and of course, paying his CPA for 6 months to go back and forth with the IRS, he had no contemporaneous records, right? When you do monthly bookkeeping and you're categorizing these owner transfers and your income and your expense transactions, when you have all of that that is categorized in the month or shortly after it closes and things are reconciled, that's contemporaneous. It's happening shortly after these things are recorded. And that stands up to external scrutiny, whether we're talking about IRS, whether we're talking about some other completely unrelated topic that has nothing to do with taxes. When things are done in real time, it's generally more believable. And the IRS has a lot of thoughts about which records in particular need to be contemporaneous. Bookkeeping is a big one. Mileage as well, super important. The purpose of those trips, etc. So he wasted a whole bunch of money. It was super stressful. And he didn't really know why this had happened. He didn't even know what bookkeeping was. He's running a 7 figure revenue business and thought he was covered. He's paying a CPA to file the annual taxes, pay sales tax, pay the quarterly income taxes. So he was just shocked that this would happen. And bookkeeping was just never presented to him. He didn't know he needed it. He thought that end of the year, the CPA is categorizing everything, saying what the proper amounts are. Why pay for anything else? So this type of situation would be a lot easier to handle if you had accurate books that are done monthly and all of those transactions are recorded or categorized and recorded properly and contemporaneously. So if you're not doing monthly bookkeeping, start. If you need help with QuickBooks or Xero, send me a DM. But one way or another, get your books accurate and get them done every month and make sure that things are detailed. You don't have to go crazy. You're a small business. You don't need to act like you're a public company and be fully GAAP compliant. But you do need accurate books each month.